Hello and welcome. Today I'm showing you the handmade paints from Dan that I just recently got in the mail. Yeah, what can I say except they are really good, and it's a crying shame that YouTube can only send audio and video files because they smell heavenly. Those here, they smell like rose oil, and this one, I think it's supposed to be Christmas. It's not as strong as the others, but it has a very faint smell. What is language? And there's some dot cards, little dot paints. So here you can see my collection of mostly handmade paints, except for those here. They're just from tubes. And yeah, I've ordered those two, which are Quinacridone Gold and Postal Christmas, which is a green that is also shimmery and it smells like Christmas, which is lovely. And for some reason, Dan, by the way, in case you don't know him, he's a paint maker, he's an artist, and I'm gonna send you all the links in the description and wherever I can, but I'm gonna talk about him a bit later when I'm making the artwork. First, I just wanna talk about the paints. Yeah, he thought it would be a good idea to just send me a bunch of colors, and I was absolutely surprised and mildly shocked because it was so many, but tons of joy. Still crying when I think about it. They're really good quality also, but that's also something I'm gonna talk about in the painting later, and I'm just introducing the set I got from his online store. These are more of the primaries, so I was swatching them, and don't worry, I'm gonna talk about the other paints too, but in another video. For now I just wanna talk about his colors. Those two are made from gems, I think. They are very pale, but they have a beautiful color, especially skin and earth tones. What bothers me a bit is that this paper makes all the paints, doesn't matter where they're from, very pale. Like the red ochre is super intense in real life, and here just it looks a bit grayish. So imagine those colors but amplified. I was a bit silly and used some not so good paper. And this here is those are the twos I just got 2 days ago in the mail. And Quinacridone Gold is absolutely lovely. It's exactly what I expected. And maybe you can see, I'm trying to focus on that one. I think you can't see the shimmer on here quite right. It has a very light shimmer, it's not glittering. But yeah, it looks quite good. And here was swatching them out. All the paints I have from Dan. His name is Penholder Art, by the way, if you're looking for him on Instagram. So yeah, he was trying that out, and you can see the brown and red tones are way more intense than on the other paper. The only problem is I want to make a painting with those that has a lot of green in it, and you can't mix a proper green with ultramarine. Here I tried it, but it's a bit muted because it's not a green mixing green. It looks very good if you want to make a purple, but green not so much. So I'm gonna cheat a bit and use my own green, because I made my own paint with phthalo green, but that's the only cheat color I'm gonna use. I think that especially the browns are gonna be super useful for what I'm planning to do. And you've seen it in the intro and in the thumbnail anyway, so I hope it works. And yeah, you just see a bit of experiments. They're also mixed with a bunch of other colors I have in there. But overall, pretty nice so far, and now let's see how they make in an actual artwork. Hello and welcome to Real Aguti Hours, where we bring you Agutis every hour live. No, just kidding, but that's the name of the animal. It looks a bit like a mixture of a guinea pig and a rat, and they are kind of related to guinea pigs, at least according to Wikipedia. And there's also a fancy version of Agutis called Agutis, and they are a bit shinier and have a longer tail. But basically, they're the same, just with a different name. So, what colors did I use for the background? Just gonna start. Of course, as I said before, I couldn't mix a green because I was stupid and I didn't order any proper green except for the glittery green. So I had to use my own green, which is phthalo green, and I mixed it mostly with zircon yellow. It's like lemon yellow, but not as lemony. And also quinacridone gold, which makes a very nice brownish green. And so that I don't paint into this red guinea pig thingy, Aguti, I used some masking fluid, which you can see here because it has a bit of a shiny frame around it. What paper did I use? I think it's called Centraire. It's not really a brand you can find anywhere as far as I know, but it's cold pressed, it's handmade, and it works quite well. So for the animal itself, I used mostly quinacridone gold and some epidote and some red ochre, and I mixed it with some of the other colors if I needed something darker. But the main color is quinacridone gold, and I absolutely love how it looks. It's so shiny and so it almost looks like liquid gold. It's very intense and warm. So I'm absolutely in love with those paints, clearly. Maybe I should talk to you a bit more about where I got them from. It's the web shop from Dan. His name is Penholder Art on Instagram and YouTube. And he has his own vlog and he's making videos of his self-made watercolor paints. And he's even painting himself, which I think most paint makers are. He's very into flowers, yeah. That's interesting. He's drawing a lot of flowers, I like that. So I hope, Dan, if you're watching this, you at least enjoy some of the grass in the background. And also the Aguti. The name sounds so cute. Anyway, back to him. The whole thing, kind of getting to notice each other, is when I sent him pink watercolor that I made, and he made a very generous review video of that, which I will, if I can find it, link it down below. And I knew that, of course, I had to make a review video about his paints too, but it just took so long to get them because, yeah, first of all, you have to wait until they're in the shop, and then it takes a bit to pack them, and the Austrian mail isn't exactly the quickest, so for me, it would have been ideal to get them within 5 minutes, but I know that's not possible, so I just had to wait for so long, and I'm still waiting for some other paints, which I'm gonna review in another video from Etsy. I just don't like waiting for paints. So of course, it's not his fault, and it's not my fault. It's just it was Christmas time, and I think everything took very long, and in an ideal world, I would have ordered the paints in March or April, not in October or November. I'm such an impatient person, but now I have them. I have almost all the paints from his shop except a few. There would have been a phthalo green, which I didn't order. But yeah, I've got that one. And I'm very glad that I have some rare colors like quinacridone gold or cerosite and epidote, because don't get them in a basic set, and they look so lovely. Of course, all of them do, but those are especially cool. The red ochre, you saw that before on the swatch sheet and on the Aguti. That's really intense. I don't know what he put in this, but it's like, it looks like printed. So yeah, that's basically it. Me talking about Dan's watercolors and Agutis, and now I'm just peeling off the tape so it looks a bit cleaner. And I also signed it, and now you're gonna see a close-up. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, and see you. Bye.